we ended up doing a song for Batman, Batdance. This is what Warner Brothers Records wanted. And Prince was like, I'd love to work with Kane. I did my verse and everything, but Warner Studios didn't want rap in Batman, so they took me off.
Okay, welcome to Trimming the Musical Fat. I'm Stephen Nicholson.
And I'm Paul Nicholson.
And thank you for joining us for the second of our 11-episode mini-series dedicated to the singles of Prince between 1978 and 1989. Listen as we curate what we regard as the best under 50-minute single vinyl Prince singles collection. And today we're going to be talking about the singles from Prince's 1989 album, Batman. This is the 11th studio album by Prince, released in June 1989. His previous album, Lovesexy, was released just 13 months prior. It was recorded at Prince's very own Paisley Park Studios near Minneapolis between February and March 1989. All tracks were produced, arranged, composed and performed by Prince, with Sheena Easton duetting on the ballad The Arms of Orion. Prince was 31 years of age when the album was released. So here's some facts around the album and its artwork. So released in 1989, number of songs on it are 9. The duration of the album is 43 minutes, and it was a transatlantic number one, getting to number one here in the UK and in the US. It sold 6.7 million copies, and its rating on rateyourmusic.com is 3.07 out of 5 from just over 2,500 ratings. And as a comparison, his previous album Lovesexy was rated 3.53 out of 5. So the album cover, it is the iconic bat sign from Tim Burton's Batman movie. Tour-wise, Prince did embark on the Nude Tour during 1990, playing 56 shows across Europe and Asia. The tour was not in direct support of the Batman album, as it was more of a stripped-back greatest hits show. However, the future Batdance and Partyman usually featured in the set list. So there were 5 singles released from the album, and they are Batdance, released June 8th, 1989, Partyman, released August 18, 1989, The Arms of Orion, released October 16, 1989, Scandalous, released November 28, 1989, and the final single released from the album was The Future, released in May 18, 1990. So let's delve into each of them right now. And first up is Batdance. So Batdance was the first single from the Batman album. It was released in June 1989, 2 weeks prior to the album. Its B-side was a non-album track called 200 Balloons. which is a Joker character theme song which was dropped from the final movie in favour of Trust, although samples of the song feature in Batdance. So the single cover for this has the iconic bat sign on a black background from the Batman movie marketing. And the music video, it was filmed in May 1989 at Culver City, California, and features dancers costumed as multiple Batman, Jokers, and Vicky Vales. Prince appears as a costumed character in face paint known as Gemini, with one side of his face and costume representing the Joker, evil, and the other, Batman, good. So, chart and sales-wise, it reached #1 in the US, becoming Prince's 4th #1 single there, and his first since Kiss in 1986. It got to #2 here in the UK, likewise #2 in Australia, #1 also in New Zealand and Canada, so a very big success for Prince. And a couple of facts in relation to it. So Batdance was a last-minute replacement for a brooding track titled Dance with the Devil, which Prince felt was too dark. And despite this being a US #1, Batdance did not feature on Prince's first compilation album in 1993, the hits / the B-sides, and that is possibly due to rights issues. Instead, 200 Balloons was the sole inclusion representing the Batman era. So Batdance, thinking back to 1989, Paul, what age were you then?
12.
12. Do you remember when you first heard it?
Probably on the chart show or something like that.
What did you think of it?
I wasn't sure what to make of it at first because it's almost like a big mishmash, but it worked. Brilliant song. It just seems to work, and yeah, I think it's one of his best songs. And I was used to the video version, so my favourite bit was the guitar solo at the start of the song, which of course is cut out. So the guitar solo for me, yeah, you need that in there. Also, what I really like about the song is the bit at the end. It's almost like R&B, like James Brown, the guitar.
Yeah, you're spot on. I think we first seen this on the chart show Saturday morning, where they showed it, the video, and I went out and bought the cassette single, which I think was the first ever Prince purchase I ever made. And as you say, I was gutted it was the single edit. I didn't know it was going to be the edited version, which omits the guitar solo, which is my favourite part of the song. But I remember then going out and buying the 12-inch version, which had the album, the full album one on it, and got it there. And I actually ended up buying the imported maxi single, which had, I think, a couple of different mixes of Batdance. I think the Bat mix and the Vicky Vale mix, neither of which I think I remember being particularly worth the money. But so yeah, I mean, I love this song. It's just such a weird concoction with all the samples and being split into kind of 3 different parts, really. And I think after seeing the trailer for the Batman movie, this was the next thing that got me really excited for the film, and this is what turned me into a Prince fan. And yeah, I'll come back to it again, that guitar solo. Oh, brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
For me, one of the greatest guitarists of all time. One of the greatest musicians of all time. But yeah, love it. So we're going to rank each of these songs as top, middle, or lower tier Prince. Where would you rank Batdance, Paul?
Top.
Okay, so Prince gets top tier from both of us for Batdance. So let's move on to the second single from the album, which was Partyman. So Partyman was the second single from the Batman album, and it was released in August 1989. So the B-side for this was a non-album track called Feel You Up. Don't know what he means by that at all, Paul, do you? A song from 1981, if memory serves. I'm sure this was recorded for the 1999 album in 1981, but then it was re-recorded in 1986, and it actually ended up as the B-side for the single, and it actually appears, and it appeared on the Hits B-sides compilation. So the video, or the cover for the song, I should say, is the black Batman logo at an angle on a yellow background. And the video for this was directed by Albert Magnoli, and it features vibrant colours, energetic dancing, and a playful atmosphere where Prince is again dressed as Gemini, his Gemini alter ego, and he leads a lively party in a neon-lit room filled with enthusiastic dancers. So chart-wise, it got to number 14 here in the UK and number 18 in the US, and a couple of facts in relation to it. So the song was first performed live on the Nude Tour during April 1990, and the track itself does feature prominently in the Batman movie with the Joker and Vicky Vale at the art gallery. So, Paul, what do you think of Partyman? And I'm guessing you probably would have heard this for the first time when I got the album.
Yeah, heard it then. It's a good song. Is that the bit in the film where the Joker starts painting everything? He puts a ghetto blaster on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, really good song, quite uplifting, but also just the sort of naughtiness of the Joker sort of comes across, and it just like, I'm just going to wreck it. So yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah, I mean, I first heard this on the album before it was a single. I did buy the 7-inch when it came out, and I think it's a good song. I don't think it's a great song. It's a good song. Actually, for me, the B-side is better. I know we're laughing about the title, but "Feel You Up" is a better song, and you can actually get I think the original version of "Feel You Up" that was going to be on 1999. You can get that on the expanded edition of 1999. But yeah, the redone one from '86, which is on this B-side. And I'll say this actually, Prince was one of those artists, certainly during his peak years, where it was always worth buying his singles because there was always an unreleased, or almost always an unreleased track on the B-side. And again, the quality was usually, really high, and you'd find a lot of those songs were better than what would have appeared on the accompanying album. So this is one of them, yeah. So yeah, Feel You Up, really good song. But yeah, Partyman, it's energetic, and you can't really think of it without thinking of that scene with the Joker in the museum in Batman. So yeah, good song. So I would rank this song mid-tier. Where would you rank it?
Mid-tier as well.
So let's move on to the third single from the album, which is The Arms of Orion.
The arms of Orion, that's where I want to be. Since you've been gone, I've been searching for a lover in the sea of tranquility, drowning the doubts of my dear.
Which features Sheena Easton duetting with Prince. So the third single from the album, and it came out in October 1989. So the B-side for this one was another non-album track called "I Love You and Me." Again, whatever could he mean? We've had "Feel You Up" now. I love you and me. Yeah, don't know. So yeah, that was recorded in the summer and autumn of 1989, and the single cover for this was the same as Partyman, but instead of a black Batman logo on yellow background, it's actually a black background and the Bat logos in purple. There was no music video for the song, and chart-wise it got to number 27 here and number 36 in the US. Yeah, and a fact for you, Shane Easton is credited as a co-writer on the song, and like Partyman, the CD single was only available as a 3-inch single. Do you remember them? I think the only one ever
The
bought.
small discs.
I think he
Small
re-released
disc.
a lot of his singles. Yeah, the really small ones. Because I think I only ever got round to buying one of them, which was for Kiss. And that was pretty cool. Yeah, I love those little 3-inch discs. They were cool.
Remember we got them for Dad's Christmas, the Beatles EPs. They had the little discs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were cool. So I had one for Prince, Kiss, and I had a Queen one for Somebody to Love.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
I like them. They're cool little things. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, what do you think of the Arms of Orion?
Pretty rubbish, if I'm being honest.
Not a fan?
No, I didn't actually realise it was Shane Easton. I know she'd done stuff with him and they'd been together in a relationship, but I didn't realise she was still with him at this time. Just think it's everything that's wrong with the 80s basically at that point. But where about in the film was it?
It doesn't feature in the film.
That's what I was going to say, because I can't remember.
Well, I first heard this on the album, and I bought the 7-inch the week it came out, and I remember it vividly because I was doing my work experience at Standard Life on St Andrews Square. So I remember first day late night shopping, I left there and went round to HMV and bought it. And I remember, I'm sure the end of year review, Q Magazine, going through their top 100 or top 50 albums of the year, I'm sure they said about this that it was one of his worst ever ballads, and Scandalous was one of his best ever ballads, I remember. But yeah, I mean, it's soppy, sappy, but I like it. But it's another single release where the B-side is better than the A-side. I Love You and Me is a really good ballad song there. I'd say it's a better song than Arms of Orion. But yeah, where would you rank this one, Paul? Top, middle, or lower tier?
Lower tier.
I'm going to go middle tier, maybe lower end of the middle tier there. I still like it, despite its flaws. Okay, let's move on to the fourth single from the album, and that is Scandalous, which was released in November 1989.
Scandalous. I'm talking about you and me. Marvelous. Baby, can't you see? Anything you ever dreamed of, I'm willing to be. Tonight is gonna be scandalous, 'cause tonight I'm gonna be your fantasy.
The Scandalous Sex Suite, a maxi single, was also released featuring a reworked version of the track in 3 parts, and actress Kim Basinger, who starred in Batman as Vicky Vale, contributed to that recording. So the B-side to this was the Love Sexy album track When Two Are in Love, and the maxi single also featured an unreleased track called Sex. Are you seeing a theme emerging here? So
Yes.
the single cover was a shot from the music video of the song with Prince in a sleeveless red outfit doing the splits while holding the microphone stand. And the music video is just that, yeah, Prince in that outfit and the microphone stand doing his thing. So chart-wise, the single did not enter the US Billboard Hot 100 chart, but reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot Black Singles chart. And in Austria, it got to number 17 and 18 in the Netherlands. So this song was co-written with his father, John L. Nelson, and Prince was actually dating Kim Basinger at the time they recorded the Scandalous Sex Suite. All right for some. So, what do you think of Scandalous, Paul?
I think it's okay. It's kind of middle of the road for me. It's just, when I was listening to the album, it just sounds, it's like the 80s sound. But I think it's okay. It's not a bad song. It's just average for me. You know, I wouldn't say it's bad, but I wouldn't say it was great either.
Okay. I first heard this on I either first heard this on the soundtrack album or the end credits of the movie. That's what was played. And you know what? I hated this song. Right? It was the worst song on the album for me. Wouldn't give it the time of day. And then over the course of time, my opinion started to change. And ironically, it's now one of my favorite Prince songs. You know, it's a sexy song, Paul. I do like the backing vocals and the strings on it, or what sounds like strings on it. And I did buy the Scandalous Sex Suite maxi single while I was on a school trip to Berlin. So that was the first time I had been able to purchase it, and I have to confess, I didn't think much of it, to be perfectly honest. You're better just sticking with the original version. That's the best one. So if I'm ranking it top, middle, or lower tier, I am going top tier. Love this song. I'm guessing you're going lower tier.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the fifth and final single from the album, which is The Future, which was released, a Europe-only release in May 1990.
I've seen the future and it will be. I've seen the future and it works. And if there's life after, we will see. So you can't go like a jerk. No. I've seen the future and it will be. Wait a minute.
So the single is notable as being the first time the lead track for a Prince single was only available in a remixed form. Its B-side was a remix of the Batman album track Electric Chair, and both those tracks were remixed by noted producers and remixers William Orbit and Mark Moore. So the single cover for this is pretty nondescript. It's kind of partially shows, you can partially see Prince's face. He's wearing like a scarf type thing, and he's clean shaven. And it's in black and white. It's not the most inspiring thing you'll ever see. There was no music video for the song, and I was researching this. Apparently, it did not chart in the UK, but I have to say, my memory was that it was never released here, because I've never seen it in the shops or seen it advertised. So I really don't know about that at all. But it did get to number 7 in the Netherlands.
I don't think it would have been.
No, I'm sure it wasn't. But it got to number 7 in the Netherlands and 22 in Belgium.
Because I think if it had been released, even the charts, it wouldn't not make the charts in the UK at that time. So I don't think it was released.
No. I would have known about it, and I did not know about it. But yeah, a couple of facts in relation to it. So the beginning of the album version features audio of Michael Keaton saying, I'm Batman. And the song can be heard at the beginning of the Batman movie when the visitors from outer town are looking for a taxi, just before they get mugged. You know, when they walk across a kind of square toward after they leave the theatre. So yeah, it's there. So The Future, is this one of the songs that you kind of remember from back in the day, Paul?
I remember it more for using it in the Batman song.
Right.
They use that in The Future. See the future. I think it's okay. It feels like it's at a musical or something. I don't know.
Right.
But I just sort of associate it with the Batman song.
Batdance.
Theme song. Yeah, Batdance. So I don't think it's bad, but I don't know. I can't see it as a separate song in my head. It's always part of the Batdance song. It's almost like Batdance is a medley of all the songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of for me. It's kind of strange choices as a single. I obviously first heard it on the Batman album, And like Scandalous, I bought the maxi single while I was in Berlin, where you got the remixes. Again, I didn't think much of the remixes. You're not missing anything there. Stick with the original. And yeah, I think the original, it's a good song. I like the I'm Batman audio snippet at the beginning. I think the sampled strings on it are great. Really bring a lot of flavour to the song, along with Prince's trademark funky guitar. And it's got a cool kind of outro to the song as well. So yeah. So for me, I would rank this mid-tier. Where would you put it?
Tier, same mid-tier, yeah. Because it is part of the Batdance song.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Okay, so let's talk about the album these singles came from, Batman. So Paul, what was the critical reaction on release?
Stone's review of it was mixed. While they praised some aspects of the album, they also had criticisms. They appreciated the album's high-energy tracks and Prince's ability to capture the essence of the Batman movie, but they felt that some of the songs were overshadowed by the film's theme. Additionally, they noted the depth and innovation of Prince's previous work. Q Magazine gave Prince's Batman album a positive review. They praised Prince's ability to blend funk, rock and pop elements, as well as his knack for crafting catchy melodies. Q Magazine also appreciated the album's cohesive sound and its as a soundtrack to the Batman film. Overall, they considered it a strong addition to Prince's discography and a successful soundtrack album. In a retrospective piece by Simon Price of The Guardian, published just after Prince's passing, he rated each of Prince's 7 albums and ranked them from best to worst. Batman came in at 25, and he awarded it 3 stars out of 5. To quote, "A rare case of Prince doing something for cash and profile. Batdance was fun. Scandalous, a decent sex jam, but Partyman is a big hollow nothing." When did you first hear the album?
Brian bought it, our mutual friend Brian. He bought it on
Oh, right.
cassette, and I then made a copy of it. And I remember being really pleased with myself because I think I managed to somehow photocopy. I don't know where I got access to a photocopier, but I done a photocopy of the artwork and put that in. So yeah, and remember playing it to death. So yeah, I would have heard it the first time in Brian's bedroom, probably playing computer games. But yeah, I then went out and bought, which I've still got here, the picture disc of the album, which is really cool. So I went and bought the vinyl 12-inch picture disc of it and played it to death, and then subsequently at some point upgraded to the CD version there. And I'm guessing you probably heard it when I got the copy from Brian.
Yeah, I would have heard, because I knew some of the songs before they were released as singles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a great
at the
album
time,
cover. I do like the album.
yeah, oh yeah. Iconic, the album cover, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Just focus right in on the Bat logo. It's brilliant. Can't miss it. What did you think? What did you think of the music, the album itself? Do you remember?
It's funny, in that review they said it's cohesive. I felt it. I don't know. I felt it was a bit all over the place. There wasn't much cohesion. It's almost like it doesn't know if it wants to. Maybe it's a bit like Queen in a kind of magic album in the film Highlander. It doesn't know if it wants to be a soundtrack or like a Prince album, and I think it's just a bit inconsistent because of that.
I mean, at the time, I thought it was brilliant. Now I think it's a good Prince album, not a great one. I mean, it holds up as an enjoyable 43-minute listening experience. But yeah, maybe other than Batdance, it maybe just lacks that progressive streak Prince normally had with each album, where he would be pushing himself into a new direction with each release. Maybe because it is a more commercial thing, it doesn't have that same spark, perhaps. What are your 3 favourite tracks on the record, Paul?
Batdance, Partyman, and Scandalous.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it would be Batdance and Scandalous are by far and away the two best tracks on it. And then I'll probably go with The Future. I do like that. And your least favourite, what would you say?
The Wings of Orion, that one.
Arms of Orion?
Arms of Orion, yeah. Maybe that one. Yeah.
Okay.
The Wings of Orion. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably go Lemon Crush. Not that the song's bad or anything there, just maybe just a feeling that it lacks a bit of substance, but that's okay. Still a decent song. And where would you rank this in terms of Prince's albums? I know you've got kind of less exposure to Prince's albums. You've listened to far less than me. Where would you? I mean, I would rank it mid-tier. I think it's a good album, good solid Prince album. So it's mid-tier for me. Where would you rank it?
Probably, it's not as good as the next album. Is it Diamonds and Pearls? No, it's...
No, Graffiti Bridge, the next one.
Next album?
And then Diamonds and Pearls, yeah.
Then it's hard because I love Batdance, but the album itself, probably lower tier, I would have to say, unfortunately.
Actress Kim Basinger.
You know, this house and all this stuff really doesn't seem like you at all.
Some of it is very much me. Some of it isn't.
Kim was so in love with Prince that she left everything and moved to his hometown, Minneapolis, to be with him.
Hi. I'm Prince.
Oh my God. There.
Her family was very concerned for her, believing that Prince had enchanted her, and they came to his house unannounced and took Kim home. However, before leaving, they recorded an album called Hollywood Affair. Prince, on the other hand, released a 12-inch extended mix titled Scandalous under the name Scandalous Sex Suite, which supposedly included sounds from their encounter in the studio with Kim.
We kind of, in the first episode, we looked at Prince's debut from 1978, For You. We jumped forward 11 years to Batman in 1989. Now we're going to jump back 10 years to 1979 and Prince's second album, the eponymously named Prince. So that's where we're going for the next episode. And that does contain actually a very famous track, which was made famous not by Prince, but by somebody else. And do you know which track I'm referring to, Paul?
Nothing Compares to You.
No. Shaka Khan, I Feel For You.
Alright, I didn't realise it was his song.
Yeah, I Feel For You. That's Prince, so it's on his second album. So, yeah, we'll be talking about that in the next episode. So, yeah, if you want to have your say on Prince, on Batman, on Prince's second album, we'd love to hear from you. So please get in touch and you'll find the ways to do that in the episode description. So until next time, keep trimming.
Trimming the Musical Fat Podcast is a Stephen and Paul Nicholson production. Contact us via voicemail by going to anchor.fm/TTMF/message or tweet us at Musical Trimming or email us at trimmingthemusicfat@gmail.com. Keep up to date on the show by joining our Facebook group or visiting our website www.trimmingthemusicalfat.com.